Questions I was never asked as an entrepreneur. So number one, do you have a degree? I was never asked if I had a degree. Did you go to college? Maybe once in a while the conversation got chit-chatty. It wasn't a thing to ask. People assume that if you're in business, you're an expert at that profession or skill. And if anyone questions that, they'll ask for references or how long have you been in business? And to them, that qualifies as you have what it takes for them to accept your bid or buy your product or whatever you're offering. You know, we don't question it. The employer, when you hire people, they're the ones that question you. Very reverse roles. And when I hire people, I always preferred experience. Like, can you do the job? How long have you done it? This, that. Oh, you've done it before. You know, that was always my biggest concern, was experience. Besides that, for me, college was very secondary. I have a degree. To me, it's just a piece of paper. Opens a few doors. You know, I remember being in an entrepreneur class. God, there was teaching us how to be entrepreneurs, and all of the businesses he had been in failed. I'm like, oh, those who can't teach, right? That's not always true, but sometimes it feels that way. But granted, I had a business that crashed and burned too. It gives you experience, and at least I could tell you what not to do. What worked for me, what didn't. You know, that's just the way it is. So a few more examples. You know, if you go to a restaurant, I mean, I've never been like, can I talk to the owner? How are you qualified to have this restaurant? You know, it's ridiculous. You just pick a place that is in your food interest group. You go there and you expect them to make a quality product of that. You try it, and if it's not to par, you're next. You know, you move on. So you either praise it, make fun of it, or go, it was okay. I might come here once a year. In construction, you're taking bids. And if you like the guy, if he's a people person, you know, if he gives a good price, depending how you value all the estimates that come in, you know, you pick the guy you like. And some people have boundaries there. Some people may feel it's inappropriate to ask you, do you have a degree or whatnot? You know, it's more of a job interview thing anyway. If you're going into business and your education might be different than what the world says, you'll be okay. There's plenty of books out there and YouTube videos out there that you can learn and be proficient in your industry. We'll close this deal. You know, I've said this before, but one of the reasons I'm doing this is there's a lot of phony stuff out there on the internet, and I don't know, I think I just had enough. I'm like, there's so many wannabes out there that don't know what they're talking about. There's a lot of people that are interested about business or curious about it. A lot of people have ideas. They're holding on that golden egg. They're going to take it to their grave. So I talk to a lot of people, and until I start sharing my ideas, oh, I got this idea. Can I trust you? Here's my golden egg. And lo and behold, you know, the egg's a rotten egg, or the egg's interesting, or, you know, I'm like, man, you know, how long have you had this idea? Oh, 10 years. I'm like, man, the clock's ticking because there's people doing it now. If you're that guy who wants to take it to your grave, awesome, all the power to you. You know, love it, nurture it. The reality is, it's just an idea. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll probably delete this whole thing. Anyway, thanks for watching, Dick Allan.